Let me talk. Hey, welcome to Interviews with your host, Rashad Hughes. Today we're interviewing somebody very special to me, my father, Irvin Pat Hughes. And we're going to allow him to introduce himself and tell you a little bit about him.
Hi, my name is Irvin Pat Hughes II, and I'm originally from Harvey, Illinois. I've been a resident of Grenada, Mississippi for over 25 years, and me and my wife have 6 children, 3 by birth and 3 stepchildren of mine, which I love very much. And I'm currently employed for safe security here in Grenada. I'm stationed at the Mississippi Medical Center, University Medical Center here in Grenada. And doing well, loving my children, loving God, and that's about it.
All right. So tell us, Pat, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Chicago Heights, Illinois. It's about 50 minutes outside of Chicago, south of Chicago. And moved to Harvey, Illinois when I was 5 years old. And stayed there until I was about 30-ish. And met my wife. Here I am. Grenada, Mississippi.
Wow, so it must have been a wonderful time back then, right?
Right, great
All
time.
right. What were some of your hobbies you did as you living in the Heights and in Harvey?
Well, as a young child, I didn't have too many hobbies. Just loved to play outdoors. But later on, when we moved to Harvey, as I became older, just loved basketball, football, track, and love pottery. I've won pottery awards, in art, and just tried to stay busy, with music and playing drums and stuff like that.
Wow. Okay. So out of those pottery, art, music, and playing the drums, which one do you think you like doing the most?
Oh, the drums. The drums are something that I don't think I could live on without them. Just like my children. They're part of me, as far as internally. And
Right.
That's what this segment is about, internal. And I've been playing for quite a while. And not only play traps, play congas, tambourine, whatever you put in my hand, just about cowbell, doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right. Now, so what was one of your best moments of playing the drums? Because I take it that you obviously was in a band at some point in time, right?
Right. Well, one of my greatest moments when I was in the studio with ex-Chicago Bull. This was years ago, and as a matter of fact, I can't even remember this guy's name. It's been that long ago. But the studio time, being paid, was great. I really love that.
Yeah. All right. So do you still continue to play drums?
Yes. I'm currently playing at Greater Powell Chapel here in Grenada, Mississippi, and just still playing for the Lord.
All right. So what would be the most talented person you've played with?
Oh, wow. There have been a lot of musicians, but I tell you, there's one guy that really stands out in my mind. Mo Hubbard. He's a jazz pianist here in Grenada, and this guy has been all over the world. He's so influential and diverse with different music genres that sometimes he's hard to keep up with, but being a person who plays by ear
Right.
and I'm able to kind of fake it and just go along with it. Yeah.
All right. All right. That's nice to know. Now I'm gonna ask you a little bit of something about your personal views.
Okay.
All right. And now, and I'm gonna switch up the vibe a little bit, and I'm gonna try to take you somewhere where it's more, you know, personal.
Right.
All right. Now, tell us about your wife.
Okay. Me and Teresa, we've been married for about 25 years, and we met in Harvey, Illinois, and been together, raised 6 children, and we've had a beautiful life together so far. But what really turned the stone was recently she had a stroke,
Right.
and the first stroke was a setting up for 2 more strokes for her. So now she has paralysis in her right leg and arm, and I believe that God has a way of showing us, hey, pay attention, I'm here, and I still love my wife. I'm still with her. I try and help her out as much as I can. Sometimes it is a headache, but we're still together.
Right. All right. All right. So now, tell me about the first time y'all met.
Okay. Wow. The first time we met, we were in a club, a nightclub, and thank God to this day we don't go out anymore to nightclubs. But I asked her to dance, and she said she was from Grenada, and I was like, oh man, I got me somebody from an island, and found out she was from Mississippi, and I was really curious then, but we danced, and she was kind of shaking, and I said, hey, stop that shaking, and so she stopped shaking, and I began to talk to her. We switched numbers, and actually we fell in love over the phone, and here we are, 25 years later, still together.
Wow. Wow. All right. So tell me a little bit about your kids and what they do and what they're up to now.
Let's start with the youngest, Paisley Leanna Hughes. She is clarinet player here at Grenada High School. She's in 9th grade. As a matter of fact, they're in Atlanta. Should be home in about 30 minutes. She sings in the choir, loves to dance, and as a matter of fact, she's a choreographer for our church ministry for young people. Patrice Hughes, who's the next daughter, and she works at McDonald's, and she's
21 years old.
She's 21 years old, and she's just striving to work as a manager trainee for McDonald's. And the next one is Rashad. Rashad is my mentor, and he's currently at University of Memphis, Tennessee, and he's studying law enforcement. And hopefully one day he'll fly helicopters or jet planes. I believe that's in his heart to do that. Rashad is 25 years old, and he's pursuing to be an individual. The next one is Jacoby Avery. Jacoby is currently working for Heatcraft Corporation, and he's been there for about 5 or 6 years now. Ambria works for the state of Mississippi. She's married to Jamerson Booker, and they both are in South Haven, Mississippi. Chris Chris. Avery is currently, he's a private truck driver, owner, and doing well. He's married to Claudette Avery, and they have 2 children.
All right. Now, so what would be, if you had something to tell your children, what would it be?
Stay focused. Put Christ in, if not everything you do, but just if there is a moment in your life where you're having difficulties, pray about it. Just dwell on the positive and not so much of the negative. Reach out to your friends who are positive, and they'll help you.
All right. And now we're gonna switch over into the views part of the question, part of the segment. Now we touched on the inner part, and now I'm not gonna make my dad cry on camera because I can go deeper, but we're gonna switch over to the views. Now, it's my goal to try to inspire on a national or worldwide scale.
Right.
All right. Now we're gonna talk to the world right now.
Okay.
All right. Now, what would be something that you think you wish you could have changed in your life?
Slavery in the mind. Slavery in the mind. And that doesn't mean that we're bound with chains, but mentally, personally, at one time I was a slave in my mind. I don't mean to sound philosophical or anything, but when you're bound to doing things that are negative, things that are harming your body on your inside, smoking, dope, whatever, fornicating, slavery in the mind. A lot of people are geared that way. I've been that way. Free your mind, free your soul, free your spirit. Find some source of spiritual outlet and free your mind.
Wow, that's beautiful. All right, and now that's the overall perspective of what you would change, right?
Yes.
All right, and now let's go into a little detail and break it off into subcategories and stuff like that.
Okay.
All right, now for a message to the young, and not just necessarily young, but anybody that's willing to listen, what would you do differently if you could turn back the hands of time as far as your career?
As far as my career, turning back the hands of time, I wish I had stayed in school and get my associates or maybe a bachelor's. That's more money in my pocket. When you have more paper in your hand, that's more money in your pocket, believe it. I was into the physical plant, working at my college, making money and trying to go to school, but the money outweighed the schooling. So I wish I had stayed in school. I wish I had got that associate's, and hopefully, who knows, one day I might go back and get it.
Yeah.
And I tell anybody, school, time will bring it on and time will take it away, and the reward is at the end.
Oh wow! All right. And now, what about far as money? You mentioned that in your last statement. What would you change if you can just go back? What would you do differently as far as money?
Wow. Yeah.